It's okay.
Modifications to suit your body's needs. And just be sure to sit up tall, feeling the left and the right sides of the body become evenly grounded, as if the tailbone roots into the center of the earth. And as you breathe in, beginning to stretch up through the waist, lengthening through the ribs, go ahead and draw your shoulders up next to the ears. And then roll the shoulders open. Feel the shoulder blades slide down the back. Your chin is somewhere near parallel with the floor. And as if a hook is pulling the top of the head gently up toward the sky. Sitting confidently, yet comfortably. And using your core from about the navel to the lower pubic bone. This abdominal muscle helps to support the back, the limbs, as we go into the different poses. So for now, just begin to breathe. Allowing the inhale to move past the nostrils, up through the nasal cavity, down through the back of the throat, and pouring into the lungs, into the ribs, down into the belly, aware of the expansion through the torso. And as you exhale, gently squeezing the abdominals in, gently through the ribs and relaxing across your heart, releasing the breath completely. keep the shoulders, the jaw, and the eyes relaxed. There's no yoga without the breath. Winter solstice marks the longest night and the shortest day of the year. Our days then begin to become longer than the nights, the return of the light. We can also turn our attention to how far we've come in only 12 months and reflect back on what we've experienced and achieved. The solstice invites contemplation and peace. You've done enough. You've done your best. You did all you could. You were perfect and wonderful and lovely, even when it was messy and scary and hard. You only have control over so much, so let yourself off the hook for the rest. Give yourself peace in this stillness. Breathe. A fluid inhale, a fluid exhale. What do you want to create that supports your belief in yourself and your next round of dreams? The next time you breathe in, sweeping your arms upward toward the sky, allowing the palms to come together and release down to your heart. Join me, please, in beginning our practice with a vibration of Om. A deep inhale. As you breathe in again, sweeping both arms back toward the sky, keeping the shoulders pressed down away from the ears, and as you exhale again, releasing your right hand down to the floor, grounding down a little more through the left side of the body, and as you exhale, beginning to arch over toward the grounded hand. Whether you gaze down toward the grounded hand or upward toward the sky, feel as though that left armpit is gently being pulled upward. Take another deep breath. And as you inhale again, sweeping the right arm overhead, maybe the palms touch. And then as you exhale, releasing your left hand down, rounding through the right side. And as you exhale, arching over. Feel the space you're creating. Breathe deeply into this moment. One more breath. And then when you're ready to breathe in again, sweeping the left arm upward toward the sky. As you exhale, let's release your right hand down to the left knee. Sweep your left hand behind the back. Sit up a little taller. Whether the left hand is on the floor or on the lower back is your choice. But as you exhale, begin to roll your left shoulder over, turning the chin toward the left shoulder. And take 2 fluid breaths. Knowing that when you are ready to move to the twist on the other side, on an inhale, unwinding, sweeping the left hand around to the right knee, the tuck your toes under. And as you exhale, lifting your hips up high, softening your knees so your tailbone can reach up. Your ears are in between the arms. And you can begin to pump your heels toward the floor, waking up the hamstrings, waking up the spine. Feel even weight between the fingers, as well as the heels of the hands. Can you take 2 more deep breath cycles? When you're ready to come out, on an inhale, you can come forward into plank pose, upward push-up position, whether the knees are lifted or grounded. But as you exhale, see if you can allow your pubic bone and your heart to land on the floor at the same time. Elbows sliding just past the ribs. And when you are belly down, extend each of your legs straight back behind you. Keep your hands where they are. Elbows are pointing toward the sky. Your chin can rest on the floor as your pubic bone and your thighs press downward just a little more. And then engaging your abdominal muscles. On the inhale, just lift your head and your chest. Press your elbows, your shoulder blades toward one another. As you breathe in again, can the hands hover? Maybe about an inch away from the floor. And as you breathe in again, can the feet float away? If you're wanting to work a little stronger, your ankles can touch. Go ahead and take 3 deep breaths. When it's time to release, lower all the way down and straighten your arms alongside your hips. Let the palms face the floor. Take a breath. Relax wherever you are. And then as you once again begin to press down a little more through the pubic bone and the thighs, waiting for the inhale, to just lift the head and the chest using your core. And then roll your shoulders over as if your fingertips can walk toward your toes. Take another deep breath across your heart. And as you exhale, lengthen out and lower back down slowly. All right, we're about to move asymmetrically. So the next time you breathe in, lifting your head, your chest, your right arm might sweep toward the center of the room, whether it's elevated or grounded, and let your left leg float away. Take another breath. As you exhale, lowering all the way back down. Let's do the same thing on the other side. As you breathe in, lifting the head, the chest, the left arm can extend in front, the right leg can float away. Take another breath. And as you exhale, lower back down. Now what if we move in and out? One breath, one movement. So as you breathe in, head, chest, right arm, left leg lifts away. As you exhale, lowering back down. As you breathe in again, the head, chest, left arm, and right leg. Exhaling and releasing. totally relax. And how about we find a release for the spine? So when you're ready to slowly push up through tabletop position, we're gonna go ahead and come up to standing on your knees. So your knees can be hip-width distance apart. Your toes can point straight back behind you, or you can have your toes tucked under. The hands are alongside of your hips and the shoulders are rolled open and relaxed. Again, connect with your fluid breath cycle, maybe an Ujjayi breath. And on an inhale, sweeping the arms toward the sky, a gentle back arch. As you exhale, the hips move back. The back rounds, the hands can set on the sacrum and the forehead comes toward the knees. Use your core, lead with your heart, come all the way up with a flat back. Arms toward the sky. Continue moving in and out. Exhaling and rounding down, forehead toward the knees. Inhale, roll the shoulders open. Feel the air moving between the fingers. Soften your jaw, your eyes. Learning to go with the flow. 3 more times at your own pace. Good. The third time that you inhale and lift away, just exhale the hands down to the sacrum, the lower back. Again, the tops of the feet can be resting on the floor, or you can tuck your toes under and just bring your heels closer to your hands. Now, engaging your core as if your hands are pressing the lower back toward the floor, begin to roll the shoulders open. As if you're pressing the elbows and the shoulder blades toward one another. You can stay right here. Or maybe you slide the right hand below the buttocks. Or even reaching the right hand back toward the right heel. The left arm might reach toward the sky. Or come alongside of the ear. And if it does, turn the chin to gaze softly over the right shoulder. When you find this half camel pose, Ustrasana, take 2 more breaths. Good. And when you're ready to breathe in again, you can use the core to come forward and back into tabletop position. As you find tabletop pose, we're going to move through Chakravarkasana, the sacral push-pull. So starting off with a flat back, fingers spread wide, waiting for your exhale to round your back, moving the hips back, softening the elbows, and as if the forehead can touch the knees. As you breathe in, come forward, back into tabletop pose. Exhaling, rounding the back. As you move the hips back, play with how high or how low the hips go toward the heels. Play with how you release the upper spine. And as you breathe in, press your shoulders away from your ears. Continue moving in and out at your own pace. Good. One more time. And the next time that you find your way into tabletop position, pause. And then you might begin to look down between the thumbs, moving the weight into the left knee. Allow the right leg to extend straight back behind you. The right leg is somewhere near parallel with the floor. Whether you point through the toes or reach through the heel. And what if you begin to move the weight into the right hand, allowing the left arm to extend toward the center of the room. Use your abdominal muscles. What if you lift the arm and the leg just a little higher, maybe gazing toward the baseboards in front of you? Stretching the left leg a little further back. Now you can keep the right heel where it is. You can move it a little more toward the top side of the mat, creating a deeper stretch in the right hip socket. But notice your hips. If you're leaning off to the side, your hips aren't square. You want to have your hips square to the front and lift through your heart. Press the shoulders down. Aware of the sensation, and you can stay right here. Or maybe you bend the elbows, bringing the forearms down. Maybe you widen the elbows, bringing the forehead down. Just stay where the body allows. Notice that sensation. And see if you can take 3 more breaths into where it's really tight. And let it loosen up. Maybe you rock your hips. When you are ready to come out, on an inhale, you can lift your head and your chest, rolling the shoulders open. You can stay right here. Or maybe you bring the back heel toward the buttocks. You can circle the ankle. Depending on the body's flexibility and what you're feeling in the knee, maybe the left hand can reach back and hold the ankle. Maybe the right arm lifts in front. Going as deep into this pigeon pose that you would like to go. And again, see if you can take 3 deep breaths. But if you're ready to come out, even if it's sooner, just press up into tabletop position. Take your time, always checking in. And when you do find tabletop position, again, we're going to move through Chakralakasana, the sacral push-pull. So when you find a flat back, on an exhale, round the back. Move the hips back, softening the elbows, the neck, and the head. Inhaling, coming forward back into tabletop position. Now pause here. We're going to come up to standing on the knees. So when you're ready, hands alongside of the hips with the shoulders rolled over. Again, whether your toes are relaxed or tucked under is your choice. Let's inhale the arms in front. Exhale the hands around to the sacrum. Squeezing the navel inward and opening the heart toward the sky. Pressing the elbows and the shoulder blades toward one another. Again, you can stay here. Or you can slide the left hand below the buttocks. Maybe the left hand reaches toward the heel. The right arm can lift toward the sky. Or come alongside of the ear as you gaze over the left shoulder. Notice the breath. Have you pushed too far? Pull back a little if needed. One more breath. And then using your core, inhale all the way up. As you exhale, hands to the floor, we're just going to move into the exhale position of Chakralakasana. So you can round the back, move the work it any harder. Soften the jaw and the eyes. And breathe. And then when you're ready to breathe in, lifting your head, your chest, rolling the shoulders open. And if you brought your back heel toward the buttocks last time, go ahead and bring it forward this time. Maybe the right hand reaches back and holds the ankle. Maybe the left arm lifts in front. Bring as deep into the pose as you like. And when you find the depth, lift. Use your core. Take 3 deep breath cycles. Knowing that anytime you're ready to come out, even if it's sooner, you can move in a downward facing dog. Hips lifting high toward the sky. Pumping the heels. Good. Feel your tailbone press a little higher. Begin to pump your heels. Maybe you lift one leg toward the sky and then the other. And then when you're ready, take your time. If you're exploring, just to let you know, you can always hop or step the feet forward into the forward bend. When you find this forward bend, the feet are hip width distance apart, toes are facing forward. Waiting for the inhale to come up about halfway. Your heart is parallel with the floor, the shoulders are rolled open. Adding the arms out to a T position. And the next time you breathe in, lifting from your heart, coming all the way up, arms toward the sky, Tadasana, a gentle back arch. And as you exhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Arms can be parallel with the floor. Pull the shoulders back, relaxing down, like you're going to sit in a chair. Now, if you're working stronger, the arms can be alongside of the ears. Can you take 2 more breaths? Your feet are hip width distance apart. You don't want to stand on your blankets. And when you're ready to breathe in, you can come all the way up. Arms toward the sky. Palms coming together and down to the heart. Coming toward the top side of your mat, you can keep your blankets where they are. We will be going into a kneeling lunge. Just again, be aware of your blankets. So toward the top side of your mat. Toward the top side of your mat. All the way up. There you go. Feet are hip width distance apart. Palms are together at your heart. Relax the shoulders. Again, stay connected with your breath. And on an inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Tadasana, a gentle back arch. As you exhale, hinge about halfway. Whether your hands are on your knees, out to the sides, or if you're working the strongest, the arms can be alongside of your ears. There you go, and then lowering the hands to the floor. Low between the calves. Stepping your right foot back into a lunge, really, really deep. Now, pause here. Hands are either on the floor or on blocks. Roll your shoulders open. Gaze toward the baseboards in front of you. Now, feel as though there's a hook pulling that right heel toward the baseboards behind you. And feel as though there's a hook pulling the heart forward. The forward knee is directly over the heel. And then bring your back knee down to the floor. Relax the top of the back foot. Using your core, can you lift your hands away? Either out to the sides or alongside of the ears. Maybe the hands even interlock, with the index finger pointing toward the sky. Sinking your weight into the forward foot and opening your heart. Unclench your jaw. Or maybe you lift the left hand toward the sky. Whether you gaze up toward the left fingers or down toward the grounded hand, take 2 more breath cycles. Push-up position. Again, whether the knees are elevated or grounded is your choice. If you want to add push-ups, you can. But when you're ready to scoop into upward facing dog, the crown reaches toward the sky. The hips relax down toward the floor, with the heels of the hands directly under the shoulders. Good. Maybe you add a push-up and then tuck the toes under to lift the hips high into downward facing dog. Hey, those push-ups are totally optional. Up your heels. And then lift your right leg toward the sky, pointing or flexing the toes. And then stepping that right foot between the hands. As you come here, step the left foot forward, ending up in a forward bend at the top side of your mat. And then, as you inhale, slide the hands up just above the knees. Lift your heart somewhere near parallel with the floor. Roll your shoulders open. The knees are soft. Then adding the arms out to a T position. Lifting from your collarbone, come all the way up as the arms reach toward the sky, a gentle back arch. And as you exhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Like you're going to sit in a chair. Pull the shoulders back. Weight is a little more in your heels. Maybe the arms are alongside of your ears. Can you go a little lower? You don't have to. And as you breathe in, press back up. A gentle back arch. As you exhale, dive all the way down slowly. As the hands come to the floor or blocks, look between the calves and step your left foot back a little closer toward the left edge. Heel is lifted. Back knee presses toward the sky. Forward knee reaches toward the wall in front of you. Roll the shoulders open and gaze toward the base bones. Forward knee is directly over the heel. And then you can bring the back knee down to the floor. Relax the foot. Use your core and you can lift the hands away. Out to the sides or alongside of the ears. And light them up. Sink the weight a little more into the forward foot. Good. Now unclench your jaw. Take another breath across your arm. And as you exhale, bringing the hands all the way down to the floor. Turning your left fingers away from your forward toes, right hand at your lower back. And rolling that right shoulder open, the chin can turn toward it. Here you go. Whether you gaze up toward the sky, knowing that the right hand can lift if you'd like. You can also gaze down toward the grounded hand. Press the forward knee toward your heart. And take 2 more breaths. Again, you can add a couple of push-ups if you'd like, but when you're ready to scoop the crown upward toward the sky, hips can relax toward the floor. Upward facing dog. Take another breath. Tucking the toes under. And as you exhale, lifting the hips high, downward facing dog. Pumping your heels. You can lift your left leg toward the sky, pointing and flexing the toes. Then you can lean over the hips more. When you're ready to floor like you're pressing the walls open with the heels of the hands. And as you're here, just lower the right ear toward the right shoulder. What if you roll the chin down toward the heart? And then rolling the left ear up toward the left shoulder. Lifting the head on top of the spine. As you exhale again, hinge halfway, the hands may come to the lower back. Reach the crown forward, reach the tailbone toward the curtains behind you. As you roll the shoulders up and a little more. Wait for your next exhale to slide the hands down the legs. Maybe down to the ankles, the toes, or maybe the hands come to the floor. As if your heart can reach toward the curtains behind you. As if the top of the head can reach toward the earth. And then we're going to walk both hands over toward the right ankle. Now press your heart toward the right leg. Let your right leg be straighter. Your hips stay somewhere square at center. But listen to your body. If your knees need to soft, they can. And then what if you walk both hands over toward the left ankle? As if you could press your forehead toward the ankle, your heart toward the knee, and the top of the head toward the toes. 2 more breaths. And then when you are ready to walk your hands back to center, wait for your inhale to come up about halfway. When your back is flat and you add your arms out to a T position, lift from your heart to come all the way back up. And then turn your toes out at a 45-degree angle or wider. And as you exhale, bend both knees. Bend your elbows. The palms can face your ears. Bottoms of the arms are parallel with the floor. You can keep your feet flat on the floor, or you can lift your heels. You can stay right where you are, or you can tilt side to side. One more breath. And when you are ready to straighten up, you can. Turning the toes forward and releasing the hands down to the lower back. Good job. All right, let's go ahead and turn your right toes at a 90-degree angle toward the brick wall. Then this back heel, we're going to lift it and point it a little more toward the painted wall. Let your arms lift to a T position. Your heart is facing me. Your shoulders are directly over your hips. And just bend your forward knee. Now check it out. That forward knee is directly over the heel. Relax your shoulders. Turn your palms to face the sky. Then turn to look over the back shoulder. So the forward leg. Bring that left hand to the back leg. Forward hand toward the sky. And then what if you begin to gaze over that back shoulder? Maybe you bring the weight a little more to the forward foot. As you inhale again, come back up, arms at a T position. And then straightening that forward leg. And as you exhale, bringing the right hand in front of the right calf. Left hand can either be toward the sky, with the thumb over your nose. Gaze up and check it out. Or maybe the left hand is at the lower back, rolling that left shoulder open. Whether you gaze up or gaze down toward the right toes, take 2 more breaths. And then when you're ready to come out, on an inhale, let that upper shoulder and arm pull you all the way back up. Toes face forward. And we're going to bring the hands down to the lower back. Squeezing the navel inward. Open the heart toward the sky. Press the elbows and the shoulder blades toward one another. Then use your core to come back up through the center. Turn your palms to face the curtains. And we're going to exhale and hinge about halfway. Reach the crown toward me and the tailbone toward the curtains. And slide the hands down toward the ankles. Now behind the calves you can. Then wherever you are, try to lift your heart somewhere near parallel with the floor. Try to press your shoulders back. Reach the crown forward. Does it change anything on the backs of the legs? Take another breath. And when you're ready, loosen up the grip. And then you can inhale, coming the rest of the way up. As the arms open out to a T position, turn the palms to face the sky. Let the fingertips point toward the floor, reaching through the heels of the hands. And as you exhale again, lowering the left ear toward the left shoulder. Lowering the chin toward the heart. And then rolling the right ear up toward the right shoulder. Lifting the head on top of the spine. Turning your toes out at a 45-degree angle or wider. And as you exhale, guys, explore. You want to lift your heels, you can. If you want to tilt side to side, you can. If you would like to bring your hands down to your knees and sink into it and press the knees open, another option. Wherever you choose to be. Take 2 more fluid breaths. Knowing that when you're ready to find 5-pointed star, you can open the arms out to a T position. Turning your left toes at a 90-degree angle toward the painted wall. The right heel toward the brick wall. As you exhale and bend the forward knee. The knee is directly over the heel. Relax the shoulders. And then turning the chin to gaze over the back shoulder. Palms can face the sky. This releases the shoulders. Then bringing the back hand to the back leg. The forward arm can arch over toward the wall behind you. If you want to work a little stronger, bring the weight a little more into the left foot. As you take another breath. Good job. Then when you're ready to breathe in, straighten the forward leg. Let the arms be in a T position. And as you exhale, bringing the left hand in front of the left calf. Right hand toward the sky. Utthita Trikonasana. Forward leg is straight. As if you could open your navel toward the sky. As if you could open your heart toward the sky. That right hand can be extended upward. Thumb is over the nose. Maybe you look down to the left toes. 2 more breaths. And then when you're ready to come out, you can inhale all the way back up in a 5-pointed star. And we're just going to step to face the center of the room at the top side of your mat. Tadasana. A gentle back arch. And allowing the palms to come together and down to the heart center. Feeling the weight even in both feet. Thumbs pressing into the sternum, the heart. We're about to move toward a balance. So first, we're just going to step the right foot back a little closer to the right edge of the mat. The heel can turn down, forward leg is straighter. Sweeping the hands around to the sacrum. Palms can face the lower back. And as you breathe in, open the heart toward the sky. Press the elbows and the shoulder blades toward one another. As you exhale, begin to hinge halfway. Can you turn the palms to face the sky? Now reach the crown toward the center of the room. Press your left hip back as the shoulders roll open. If you're wanting to work stronger, the arms can be out in a T position or even alongside of the ears as long as the back is flat. Take 2 more breaths wherever you are. Great choices, everybody. As you exhale again, bringing the hands down to the floor or blocks holding over your forward leg. Keeping the forward leg straighter, but the knee is not locked. As if your forehead can touch your left shin. Press your left hip back just a little more. You can even pull your left toe knee doesn't come past the toes. Press your left hip back a little. Engage your core and open the heart toward the sky. Warrior one. Back leg is straight. Shoulders are pressed down. Inhale and open your heart a little more. And as you exhale, bring the hands down to the floor or blocks. Moving the weight into the forward foot, letting the back leg elevate away. Now both hands can stay on the floor. Maybe your heart lifts somewhere near parallel to the floor. Maybe your left hand opens out to the side. Maybe the right hand opens out to the side. You can also bring both arms alongside of the ears. Stay here as long as you like. Find your edge. And when you do, both hands, both feet can be on the floor in a forward bend. And when you're ready to lead with your heart a flat back, you can come all the way up, arms toward the sky. Palms coming together and down to the heart. Stepping your left foot back, closer to the left edge of your mat. Bringing the hands around to the sacrum. Using your abdominal muscles. Again, the heart can open toward the sky. Press your elbows and your shoulder blades toward one another. Then inhale up. As you exhale, hinge halfway. The palms can face the sky as the shoulders roll over. Press your right hip back. Let your forward leg be straight. This is a standing runner stretch. Breathe in. Maybe you have the arms out to a T position or the arms alongside of the ears. 2 more breaths silence. And then when you're ready to lower the hands down to the floor, the blocks or even the forward ankle, fold over the leg. Again, continue to press the right hip back. Continue to reach your heart toward the forward ankle. Maybe the forehead toward the right shin. Now soften the jaw of the eyes and breathe. And as you begin to press into both feet evenly, when you're ready to come up on an inhale, coming all the way up, arms toward the sky. Then the forward knee bends, opening the heart. Press the shoulders down. Find the confidence of this pose. The forward knee never comes past the toes. And then, as you exhale again, bring the hands down, maybe just in front of the forward foot. Bringing the weight into the right leg as the left leg lifts away. Your heart might elevate to parallel with the floor. The right hand can open out to the side. Maybe the left hand as well. Remember, you can bring the arms alongside of the ears and stay and breathe as long as you like. You can find a forward bend anytime you're ready. When you do find the forward bend, there's no rush. Just wait for your inhale to lead with your heart coming all the way back up. Arms toward the sky, palms coming together. And down to the heart. And as you come here, again, we're going to step out wide, facing me. 5-pointed star. As you find 5-pointed star, we're going to turn the right toes at a 90-degree angle toward the brick wall. Back heel pointed toward the pivot wall. And then we're going to bend the forward knee. Again, here we are in warrior 2. Now what if you bring the back hand to the back leg and begin to arch over toward the wall behind you? You've been here before. Can you bring the weight a little more to the forward foot? What if we keep that knee bent and as you exhale, bring the right forearm to the right thigh. The left arm can come alongside of the ear. Maybe you gaze over forward. As you find this place, we're going to release the hands down to the lower back. We're going to turn your left toes at a 90-degree angle toward the painted wall, the right heel toward the brick wall. Inhale your arms up to a T position. Exhale, bending the forward knee, warrior 2. Bringing the back hand to the back leg. Forward arm can arch over toward the wall behind you, gazing up or gazing down. Another breath. And then when you are ready to bring the left forearm to the left thigh, the right arm can lift toward the sky or come alongside of the ear. If you want to let the left hand come in front of the left thigh and reach up toward that left hip, then that's where that right hand comes around the back. And you can grab the fingers. They might work. Might feel different from one side to the next. Just roll that upper shoulder open. And when you're ready to come out, on an inhale, coming all the way back up. 5-pointed star. Good. We're going to turn to face the back side of the mat, facing the wall. So when you're ready to Tadasana, palms coming together and down to the heart center. We are going to be moving toward another balance, which is dancer's pose. So you can be as close or as far away from the wall as possible, on or off of your mat. And beginning to move the weight into the left. Big toe, little toe. You can bring the right knee up toward your heart. Wrapping the arms around the legs, squeeze it in. Slide the hand down toward the ankle. Turning the right knee to face the floor. Left hand can be on the wall, or maybe it lifts alongside of the ear. That right heel might move away from your buttocks. And as you exhale, you can tilt forward as the right heel lifts toward the sky. Good. Breathe deeply. 3 more breath cycles, knowing that you can come out sooner if needed. But when you are standing on both feet evenly and the hands are together at your heart, pause. Moving the heart. There's no rush to get here. Once again, we're going to lower the right knee over to the left, same side. Chin toward the right shoulder. Okay, same side. So legs to the left, chin to the right. Now see if you can take 2 more breaths. Soften your toes. Soften your forehead. exhale, bend the left knee in toward the heart. Place the right hand on the left knee. Relax the other hand off to the side. And as you exhale, lowering that bent knee over toward the right. The knee is not going to touch the floor, but keep the left shoulder grounded. Turn the chin toward the left shoulder. And soften. Relax. One more deep breath. And as you inhale, lifting back to neutral. Keeping that left knee bent, we're going to visit the twist one more time. So on an exhale, lowering the knee over toward the right, the chin toward the left. And taking 3 relaxing breaths. You are ready to inhale back to neutral. Use your core. Inhaling up again, lifting both heels upward toward the sky. All right, we're about to move symmetrically. So first, you can inhale both arms toward the center of the room. Heels are reaching upward, toes are pointing back toward the chin. Now as you exhale, can you bring your forehead toward your knees and your fingers toward the baseboards? As you breathe in, you can open back up, arms toward the center of the room. Exhaling your forehead toward the knees, fingers toward the baseboards. Inhaling and opening up. Continuing to move in and out of this little crunch. If you need to pull back, bend your knees and just inhale them away. And exhale them into a crunch. If you want to go stronger, then on the inhale, you can extend your legs along the floor, the arms toward the center of the room. And as you exhale into the crunch, any variation is fine. You're moving symmetrically, you're listening to your body's needs, and you're winding it down. Moving with your breath. Find your edge. And anytime you're ready to relax, you can always extend the legs either along the floor or over a bolster. Relax your hands a little away from the hips. Shifting and moving to find the most comfortable position to relax into. Just extend your legs. So you don't want to move or use any muscles while you're here. You want to be as relaxed as possible. Shift and move a bit. Feel both shoulder blades evenly grounded. Feel both hips evenly grounded. Go ahead and curl your toes up and then spread your toes wide. Maybe you make a fist with your hands and squeeze through the entire body. And then open your mouth really wide and stretch the jaw like a yawn. And then letting the lips touch. Space between the upper and lower teeth. You feel every exhale, relaxing the body, loosening the muscles away from the bones. As thoughts drift by and your body heals and repairs itself. fingers and your toes, circling your wrists and your ankles. And you can stretch the body low. You can bring the knees into a tuck, wrapping the arms around the legs, rocking a little side to side. Eventually, rolling over to your right side. Taking as much time as you need, transitioning in your own time back up to sitting. When you do find a comfortable way to sit, evenly grounded, left to right, forward and back. Beginning to stretch up through the spine as if you could put a little cushion of air in between each of your vertebrae. And allowing the shoulders to roll open, the shoulder blades sliding down your back, along neck. As you invite your attention back inside, observing how you feel in this moment, physically, mentally. How is your breath? And remembering our intention, the question of what can you do to create something that supports your belief in yourself and your next round of dreams? That's a big question, and it will take work, but continue to believe in yourself. Be ready to follow your inspirations for the next call of your soul. There's a blank piece of paper in front of you. And after we own, feel free to write down your aspirations, any dreams that you may have, and know that that is returning to light and letting go of the darkness. Sit for a moment, breathing, observing. front. And I want to thank you guys for coming. And I'll see about turning on a little bit of light so y'all can see. And if we could all just really thank Chester Daigle, Jay Edgar for coming. It was amazing and we really appreciated it. I enjoyed it so much. Please don't stay.
Okay, yeah.
Not too dark for the microphone. It does.
You ain't seen nothing.
All that equipment. Started with
You're not leaving.
I tried. I got some specific, but I was having to like, you were helpful. You didn't know. Maybe you were meditation. Yeah.
Like always.